It's amazing how going in, we're like, where's Bijan going to get drafted? And what does that mean for the running back position? And he goes to the Falcons at 8. But the one that really, resonates with me is Jahmyr Gibbs getting picked 12th overall by the Lions. And then the conversations that we were hearing is how many teams were interested in him that high, and how many punches the Lions beat to get him where they got him. What gives with that one, Daniel?
Well, I think it's a result of the receiver group not being what we've seen in years past.
Okay.
So if you look at the way offense has exploded in this league and all the great young quarterbacks that we have, everybody's chasing points right now, and it's become harder and harder to stop people. It's like, okay, we need playmakers, and so you start having a meeting, and instead of having a running back meeting individually, a tight end meeting, or receiver meeting, you say like, hey, who are the mismatched players in this? Who's going to help us get, first downs and touchdowns and help us, get some juice on our offense? And I think the receiver group, they didn't fall in love with that receiver group. That's why that run didn't start till the 20s. And when they mix all these things in together, and they're like, you know what, one of the best matchups in this draft is going to be Jahmyr Gibbs against the linebacker. That's a mismatched player. And we talked about it. I mean, there were teams saying, okay, we think he's going to actually spend more time in the slot for us than he even will in the backfield. But that's why they looked at it. It's just, and it's kind of like this. We've been talking about rebranding the running back position, not for everybody, but for the guys like Bijan and guys like Gibbs. Like, hey, ditch the name running back. Just go with offensive weapon or something else, any other creative term you want to use. But that let teams know that you're not going to put me in the backfield, 100% of the time, because those guys, we've seen where that value has gone.
So then which receiver do you think can have a breakout season? Give me one based on where they got drafted, first, second, even third round. What do you got for me on that front, DJ?
Well, I mean, it would be like we spent time together at the at the draft, and we're walking around. I mean, one of the best places to be is with Rich Eisen at an NFL event. So if I'm Jordan Addison and I get to be on the opposite side of the best wide receiver in the NFL right now, I'm gonna feel pretty good about all the attention going that way, and I'm gonna get to have a great time. It's like me. I mean, Brockman can appreciate this. I'm sure he's been there. I mean, Rich can't walk 10 feet without some picture, autograph. He's very sweet to everybody. He's very nice to everybody. But it sure makes life just easy on the rest of us. We can just skate right by, and that's what happens when you play opposite of Justin Jefferson.
So I'm the Justin Jefferson of your world, is what you're saying at an NFL draft? Is that what you're saying, or the combine? It's not just because you got a free lunch. You got a free lunch out of Stone Street. Yeah. That can't be that too.
I did. I got a free lunch. Well, I'll tell you what. Jordan Addison weighs 173 pounds. We let him hang out with Stone Street a little bit longer. That's not going to stay the same.
Slaps barbecue is no joke, brother. That is.
Oh, it's no joke. That's the best. It's literally the best meal that I've ever had. That's not hyperbole. It's an absolute fact.
Yeah, but
I just wish I could have done it after the draft so I could have really jumped in.
You stopped eating. The rest of us gorged on that Friday lunch, and you stopped because you had a broadcast later that night. Come on, Daniel. That's a red flag for me.
That
was a red flag.
Every player in person has strengths and weaknesses. Unfortunately, my stomach is not one of my strengths. Mm-hmm. So I have to put it in a position to be successful.
Okay.
That's just where I was.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.